what you want, what you want.
Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you. I've got another batrep for you today. Doing 1500 points of Tyranid versus an unbound Orks and Chaos Space Marines. So we are playing Emperor's Will, and we're playing sort of the wide table lengths. We're playing here at Rochester Games and Models and Railways, so I'll put the link down below, so please do check the guys out for hobby bits and pieces. Great store, so give them a go, and let's have a little look at what we've got. So on the Tyranids, I've got a bound list. It's pretty much a fun, fluffy list, I suppose, so not majorly competitive, but neither other lists are. So I've got 2 Flying Hive Tyrants, Twin Link Devourers for my HQ choice. I've got 3 troops. I've got a Gene Stealer unit of 10 there with a Broodlord, Gene Stealer unit of 10 there with a Broodlord, and I've got 3 warriors. They've actually got Devourers, not Death Spitters. I'm then running, just for our kicks, the 2 Dimmacaron, or Dave as we like to call him, the 2 new Forge-World guys. We've got 2 of them here, and I've got 2 Malanthropes, one over there and one there, and that is my 1500 points. So as I said, the Orks and Chaos Space Marines is an unbound list. It's pretty much everything my buddy managed to have in his box at the time. So we've got 6 Deathcopters, so all separate units, all with twin link rockets. We've got 2 battle wagons with hard cases, one with a zap gun and one with a lobber. We've got a Forge Fiend, a unit of cultists, a war boss with a power claw and twin link shooter in the yellow battle wagon over there, and we've got a unit of plague marines and a chaos lord in terminator armor with a combi plasma, and that is his 1500 points. Oh, and a death red as well with 2 big shooters. So that is his 1500 points of unbound. And for his warlord trait, he got the best one, the strategic one, where he can infiltrate units. Well, actually, sorry, almost forgot 2 key units that, how could I forget? We've got the Helldrake and a Demon Prince flying, and he has got the mini Bale Flamer, the Scarifax, so it's pretty scary there. So he got the strategic objective to infiltrate 3 units. He's done these 3 here behind this wall, pretty well hidden, which could be quite dangerous. At the moment, he's going first. I am going to roll to see if I can steal the initiative. Let's have a go. And a 1, so I'm not, so we go into Orks and Chaos Space Marines turn 1. So bottom of turn 1 for the Orks and Chaos Space Marines, so everything kind of moved up a little bit, and then shot mainly at the Gene Stealers. Most other things are out of range. Rolled really bad on all of the rockets. I only hit 1 rocket out of all 6, which is pretty shockingly bad, but I made my save because of the cover save. The only thing I lost was a couple of Gene Stealers just to the Hades autocannon. So pretty good turn for me. Unlucky for the Orks, but normal Orky shooting as we go into Tyranid turn 1. So bottom of Tyranid turn 1. Good turn for the Tyranids. Everything kind of came forward. The Flying Hive Tyrants went into fly mode, and they flew over and unloaded on the cultists and one of the Death Copters, which took it out. Do you want to take your leadership test for your cultists? So you need to roll under 7 or they're running away. 3. Yeah, so they're fine, they're staying. And as I said, the other Death Copter went down. The warriors got up on that terrain there, took out the other Deathcopter with a combination of bit shooting and then assaulting them, and then they consolidated back into range of the Malanthrope. As I said, everything else kind of came forward. The 2 Dimmacarons, Dave at the front, tried to get in range to charge the Deathcopter, but just failed his charge on 11. And that's it pretty much as we go into Chaos Space Marines and Orks turn 2. We just roll for reserves, so we've got 2 reserves. We've got the Helldrake, which is coming in, and got the Flying Demon Prince, which is coming in. Right, so turn 2 for Orks and Chaos Space Marines, decent turn for Orks and Chaos Space Marines. So basically what happened was the Death Dread got up on the train, charged the warriors, cut down 2 instant death on 2 of them. There's 1 locked in combat there. A combination of shooting from the rockets and the lobber took 1 wound off the Malifrope down there. The Hive Tyrant's still untouched. The Forge Fiend, because he's been proxismed, couldn't hit him, so well, he had a go at him because he was hitting the 6s anyway, but didn't hit him. Both the 2 Bales, the Bale from the Helldrake and from the Demon Prince, both went on the big guys, and they did quite well because we took 2 wounds off the Malifrope and took 2 wounds off this Dimmachaeron, so that's not too bad. Bit of bolter work went onto the Gene Stealers, which took out a couple there, and that is more or less it as we go into Tyranid turn 2. So bottom of Tyranid turn 2, so what happened, basically the Hive Tyrants continued their ascent on the Chaos and Orc line, flew up there, directed all their shooting on the Forge Fiend, took it down to 1 hull point, which was disappointing because I thought he would probably popped, but ended up failed the proxism, so he's back to full ballistic skill this turn. The Dave over here turned direction because he can see that the Death Dread's causing grief, so he's come up that way, sort of run, and as well as the Malifropes tried to join him to get as far away from the Death Dread as close to him as possible. The other Dimmachaeron kind of came forward to try and make his ascent on that hill. The Malifropes following him as his bodyguard. The Gene Stealers keep failing their role to get down to the middle level, so they're stuck up the top. The other Gene Stealers just managed to get up just up on top of that building there, charged the Deathcopter that's gone to the other side, and then have consolidated just down the bottom of that building to try and make their way up there. In combat, apart from that, the Death Dread just quite easily just saw off the last of the warriors and just consolidated a little bit closer. So all to play for as we go into Chaos Space Marines and Orks turn 3. So turn 3 for the Chaos Space Marines stroke Orks, really good turn. When dice really rolled hot, so the Helldrake flew over there and he flamed both the Dimmachaeron Dave and the Malifrope and took wounds off both of them. The Bale Prince took out the Malifrope, who was already just on 1 wound after mass shooting from pretty much everything else. All the rockets did pretty well, so he was down to 1 and the Prince took him out. The Dimmachaeron that's making his way up there took a bashing as well. He's down to 1 wound. Took some casualties from the Stealers, but they're not too bad. But overall pretty damn good as we go into Tyranids turn 3. So end of turn 3 for Tyranids, good turn for Tyranids. So the Stealers managed to sort of get up there. They assaulted the wagon, so did the Dimmachaeron, that assaulted it as well. Both the flying Hive Tyrants came out of the sky. One shot at the Forge Fiend, took that out, and the other one took shots at the cultists, took them right down, but they still managed to pass their leadership test, so they're still staying put. The Dimmachaeron and the Stealers bust open the wagon, took that out, and the war boss is now disembarked, so he's sitting there. The Stealers over here eventually got out of their building, so they're down there, spread out a little bit, and Dimmachaeron and the Malifrope are just kind of staggering around by that objective as we go into Chaos Space Marines and Orks turn 4. So bottom of turn 4 for the Orks and Chaos Space Marines, not the greatest turn, didn't go too well for them. So the Helldrake flew off the table, Vector striked the Malifrope, but didn't manage to kill him, took a wound off, and then everything else also shot at him from down this side of the board, but couldn't take the last wound off him, so he's still on 1 wound, and the Dimmachaeron here, Dave, is still on 5 wounds. The Hive Tyrants that were on the ground got sorted by the Orc that side, and then by the Cultists on that side. Unfortunately the War Boss took a chance attacking the Hive Tyrant because it's Warlord, but the Hive Tyrant cut him down before he had a chance to strike back, and over there the Cultists never stood a chance. The highlight though for the Orcs turn, 100%, was the big shooter from the battle wagon shot at the Dimmachaeron and took the last wound off and popped him, so that was a result for them. But it's looking pretty grave now as we go into Tyranid turn 4. So quick recap at the end of Tyranid turn 4. So nothing really happened. The Hive Tyrant flew down here and took some pop shots at the Dreadnought, didn't do anything. The other Hive Tyrant just skimmed around there, tried to take out some of the Marines up there, didn't do anything. The Steelers failed their charge, everything else just kind of shimmied around because we're kind of in a decent position to take points home at the moment. So we just really got to kind of stand out this next turn. This will probably only go to turn 5, so just see whether Chaos Space Marines and Orcs can do anything as we go into turn 5. Right, so that's turn 5, and actually at the end of the game we kind of played the two turns out. So basically Chaos Space Marines stroke Orcs, just a big issue with them down here, just unable to get rid of that Malanthrope, pretty much threw everything at it. And just too many wounds over here for them to just deal with, just really poor shooting. Very different story over here. The Chaos Space Marines earned their points, and the big shooter on the wagon done well as well. So they were reliable all game long. Took out the remainder of the Steelers and the Broodlord. The Flamers and the Vector Strike come from the Bale Drake and the Bale Prince. Couldn't do anything to the flying Hive Tyrant, even though he's on the ground. In fact, being on the ground was a massive benefit of him this turn, so he took away those points. So in the end, they did manage to contest the objective here because I've got no super score in, but my Hive Tyrants hold the objective over there. I've got Line Breaker and I've got First Blood. No one got Slay the Warlord because they're still in place. All in all, really, really good game. Actually, very, very close for two pretty much chucked together armies. Definitely the Dimmachaeron's a beast, but he gets a lot through just scare factor. He just is a very, very intimidating presence on the board. He definitely is a little bit slow, but he is a beast when he gets there eventually. Orcs did well. The shooting was just unreliable, but a couple of turns when they got the hits in caused a lot of grief. Dreadnought was a bit of a star, did well at the beginning, held his own all game, and the Prince is just a flying irritation. So all in all, really close game. Comes down to in the end a convincing win for the Tyranids, but it was all to play for in the last few turns. So good game. Thanks for watching. Please do comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.